cheza kama wewe, 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 cheza kama wewe. China cheza kinini, dhamini zipi, mtazona jani kushuta sikuta kute chini, tasini kukulize mongezeka kama chini, sasa shite jack na kanuzo siya pivi, nacheza kiro, nacheza kipima, pesa pita sauka, mishike kitipa, suri ime mlaji meditation, kipipa, shusha kipanda sicha kutoni na za chipa, rada na matenga, kupiza matenga, sichomangi kamini, jenski kuma kwente, naza nyonga sana mkonanzi kumiasa, masaka kibana snapiga na tuki jambe peleka na peleka na tata feta kama makuna bidu kwa tuara nite kama makuna kama pizza smakala ni bope mapa vitu mwambia sawa sasa. Yo, watatezeka mimi. Tezeka wewe tutafute ya mzinga manzeto tuchane. Tulewe. Leo najika mwenyewe. Silichoma kona ndo.
Oh, here we go again.
Habari ya mchi. Ngombe sana na kulala kinunua na mmoja wanasema mnatungua wanileta maji wakati mtaja wewe mcheza na mambrute kidadi anga wote kala ya wote asali anujali ndo watu wasinyonge matika susia mwitu chini ya matika bingia chipu alimuna jani shiba na mapitu ikawenda padi ya presu ebo mabibana skelde tabis amana jodo smell ya cannabis French kiss wakatujipate Paris waganis simayanis mina mafansi wakaponde Watoto na pombe na pombe pombe. Welcome, family. This is the African Diary Show. Today with me, your host, Kate Ndongo. And I played you some Gengeton vibes there. That was a trio meal with Major. A song called Cheza Kama Wewe. Cheza Kama Wewe inamaanisha okay, inamaanisha like do something good, like sasa sijui kuelezea cheza kama wewe in English, but cheza kama wewe it's like doing something good. Cheza kama wewe. And the one playing is called Watoto na Pombe by Major and Otile Brown. Also Magic Enga is featured in that song. It is a nice song. It is loved here in the 254. If you go clubbing and you don't the DJ don't play this song, know that you're not in a club. Hey. Sio siri, samahani, ni macho sio mimi. Zaidi talipa kidogo msupa akaisha. Kingfisher, if you know you know. Kingfisher pantiripo leo kuja utume nasi kamata kinasha wasiwasi. Watoto na pombe pombe na pombe. Yes, welcome once again. This is the African Diary Show with me, your host, Kate Ndongo. And on this show, we get to discuss matters concerning Africans and their life, their day-to-day lives, or their day-to-day activities, or what is happening in Africa. Hey, Kit.
Good morning, Katie.
Okay. Good morning to you. But here it's 1 minute past 1 p.m.
I know what time it is there, Katie.
Yeah. And how are you?
I was good until I heard your bad rapping. I don't know now.
No, okay, it's fine.
We're just teasing
because
you,
you don't understand Swahili.
I don't need to know. I don't need to understand Swahili when I know something sounds good, Katie. I know Joby plays that. What's that song called? Champion. That song sounds good, and that's in Swahili. Yeah, champion. I'm a champion. That's Swahili. That song be jamming. Yeah.
And the one I played, you don't.
I don't understand what he's saying, but I know that's a jamming song. You don't have to understand the lyrics to know it's something that sounds good, Katie. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Those are some of the Gengeton music played mostly here in Kenya, and
Well,
they are loved very much.
I thought you said Gang of Town was dying. That song there is jamming. I don't think it's dying. If
Hmm.
that song is jamming. That song
Yeah,
is jamming.
I was talking about when I was saying it is dying. It's because most nowadays they are not okay. Upcoming artists or Gengeton artists are not releasing new music, or
Oh,
are
okay,
changing the style of, yeah.
okay.
But Gengeton music is very engaging, very sweet, and yeah. K Williams piece, and yeah, yes, that was bad rapping, Kate. Really? Okay, it's fine. And the way I thought I'll be one of the competitors in the talent show. Wow. I won't go and shame myself there. I'm out.
But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if Katie bet not from the talent show. She might not make it. she better just she
Anyway,
better just
family, I hope.
she better just be a judge. She might not make it through.
I hope you're doing well, and yeah, welcome once more. I can see we are five of us in the building, and please comment and tell me where you're watching us from, and tell me how your day is going. How's your Wednesday? And who are you celebrating today? Because today is on a Wednesday where we get to celebrate women. Who are you celebrating today? And before we get into the matters of the day, I have some motivational quotes for you, as I always do. And the first one goes this way: concentrate all your thoughts upon the work in hand. And the second one goes this way: either you run the day or the day runs you. And to be safe, or to be on the safer side, make sure you run the day. Don't let the day run you, please. And the last one says, when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us become better too. And I hope that we are striving to become better in life, or better than we are, so that we get everything, or so that everything around us becomes better. And family, I hope you're striving to become better. And I said, to be on the safer side, make sure you run the day, not the day to run you, because when you let the day to run you, it will control you, and you will not have the
That's true.
control over it. Yeah.
We
So
finally we
let's
got we finally got to hear what
run the
Sheffield
day.
sound like. Sheffield's South
Mhm.
African accent sounded cool.
I want to hear Shepo. Is he on the show?
Yeah, he was on the show with Toby.
Okay, yeah, I listened a little bit, but I want to hear him again. So Shepo, I'll send the link if he joins, and yeah. Okay, on today's show, we shall be talking about a few things that are happening in our continent, Africa, and I'm happy. At least the government, or the cabinet secretary of education here in Kenya, had the voice of me crying about the schools being burnt down, and children losing their lives in schools. And hey, good morning, Sister Michelle. And now the cabinet secretary said that the schools should be closed in the next 2 weeks. So, or maybe the students were banning school. Maybe he reasoned this way: students are banning schools because they are lacking enough rest. So he said that he came and he talked about the matter, and he said that the schools should be closed in the next 2 weeks. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy they had me cry yesterday. They had my cries, and yeah, I'm happy for the response. And I also have a good, okay, another good message. But before that, let's get back to the music and listen some also good vibes. This is Ricardo Banks.
That's my jam. That's my jam right there. That's my jam right there. Open it. With the in science and technology, do you think that Africa needs to invest much in science and technology? Please make sure you answer me and tell me why you think that it is necessary for Africa. Family, let me know what you think about that, and tell me why should Africa invest much in science and technology. Welcome, Ronnie. I can see you saying happy as always here. Yes, welcome back. And yeah, I have a question that I want you, everyone, to help me answer this. Do you think that Africa should invest much in science and technology? And why do you think that, why is the reason of your answer? Do you think that Africa should invest much in science and technology? And what why do you say it should? Please let me know what you think about that. And yeah, we got to see.
And moving on to the matters of the day, Uhuru Kenyatta paints grim picture of impact of on Africa. And Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta has called on leaders of wealthier nations to take into consideration special needs and circumstances of Africa. And yeah,
Of
this is
course
a
they,
good.
of course they should, Katie. Why shouldn't they? You can't be getting Jesus talk, Jesus learning, Katie. Don't know math and we don't know science and technology. you, you can't be getting the thing you just said that Joby said too that you learned in school is illegal in America. It is illegal. The classes you did, they are illegal
Mhm.
in the schools in America. It's illegal. You wonder why African is mired in nonsense when you don't know science and real technology. You're learning nonsense. It is illegal,
Mhm.
Katie. It's up because Joby had me laughing with had me laughing talking about what you were saying yesterday on her show today. How she learned it too.
Mhm.
In America, it is illegal, Katie. You understand what I'm telling you? What you learned in school is illegal to teach in America. It is illegal. Not that you can go to church and learn it, but to teach it in school, it is illegal against the law. Teachers can go to
Oh
prison.
wow. Yeah.
Yes.
So Africa needs to invest much in science and technology than
You see how
what
also
it's happening
also
now.
you see how the coming back of Africa we had Sheppel, we had Samuel. So Sheppel's down there. I mean Sheppel's
Mhm.
down South Africa. We had Joby in Kenya. We had Samuel down in the Caribbean islands and mid America. That's the coming back of the African body, Katie. The coming back of the African body.
Mhm.
Case, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Keith.
Yeah,
Go,
and Sister Michelle is saying yes, Africa should invest. It is the way of the world. It will free Africa from depending on foreign powers. Yeah, I agree with you, Sister Michelle. And yeah, this will help. Yeah, this might help us to stop depending on on the foreign powers. But do you see Africans or agreeing to invest more in technology or science? Because there are
when they
a
start
lot
learning
of
science,
needs.
a lot of science goes against their religion. So they might be scared. A lot of it'll take them back to the African culture.
Exactly.
Science will take them back to the African culture because the African created science. And the African knew real science. See, when you start studying real science and technology, it'll take you out of, you start questioning your religion. Like, and it'll start opening up your mind and it'll be harder for you to be controlled. The African leaders might not like that. They might not like that you're not easily controlled. You're not easily led
Yeah,
astray. Go ahead,
so
go
true,
ahead, Katie.
because this will go against what we learn in even in classes. Like in classes we learned that me myself, I told you I did CRE, that is Christian religious education,
I
and
know
we were taught
that
that God created the man.
Jo, Joby did too. Made me laugh. We learned that God did what? Say it again,
So
Katie. You
in
learned that God
theory
did what?
we were told that God created Adam and Eve. So we came all of us came from Adam and Eve. But in science
No.
we learned something else different.
Well, you learned.
This
Well,
is
this
where we
science is
get
telling you.
to learn
Well, this science is telling you a monkey. We tell you
revolution.
came from which is wrong too.
Yeah,
Which is wrong. Saying that you were created from an ape, but you didn't come from any Adam and Eve nonsense. That's completely a lie because you would have already known. You would have already known that the woman came before the man because the woman is double X. That's science. The woman is double X, Katie. So did no woman
mhm.
come from no man. The man came from the woman. But scientifically, you would know that. You would know that did no damn woman come from no man.
Good morning.
Good morning, there,
Good
Samuel.
morning, Samuel. How are you?
What are we talking about now?
Well, she was talking about how they were
We're
learning
talking.
how in school in Kenya they had courses where it was where it was mandatory that they take these Christian classes as a
That's
mandatory
good.
class. Uh,
We had religious
Okay,
education, but
Samuel.
it touched on all religions. We had
say it again, Samuel.
Christianity.
Okay,
No, I'm saying we had religious education, but it touched on all religions,
Okay,
irrespective
you
of
got touch of
Christianity.
all
yeah.
religions, yeah. But I'm saying they were forced. That was a mandatory class that they learned the Christian bullshit. That was mandatory. In America, it is
Yeah,
illegal. In America, it is illegal to teach that shit in school. It is against the law. It's against the law to teach that. But Katie and them learned in school is against the law in America. A teacher will go to jail. It's against the law.
yeah.
Wow. I
I
wish.
mean, God,
Uh, okay, I was saying that Samuel. I was asking a question. Should Africa invest much in science and technology? What do you think about that?
you must, you have to. You
You
already
must,
have all the raw
exactly.
materials, so why not?
Exactly. Exactly. You already have the raw materials in
But
Africa. Reason why Africa's
do you?
impoverished because they don't take the raw materials and make manufacture goods out of it. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Kate.
And Samuel, do you think that Africans will embrace the investing more in science and technology?
Yeah, I mean, that's our natural calling, really. So it will happen.
Exactly. That's our natural calling because we create exactly right. The
Yeah.
religion thing came from white people.
So
Science is our natural
you see,
calling.
but let me tell you, people view things in different ways. Someone you're saying it is a natural calling, but here in Africa, so many people will say that is bullshit. We believe in God, we believe in Jesus, and so science is of no
See?
value to us.
Yeah, you have a point.
Yeah, this is what's
But I'm
happening.
saying they'll probably
Uh,
do it, and all right, go ahead.
no, I'm
Go ahead,
saying
Kate.
this is what happens. Yeah, this is what happens, and so most Africans will not be investing in science. I don't think so. Maybe me here enjoying hobby and sports. I don't think they will
One of the all right. You see, when I was going to school, like stuff like that, some children would say, it's hard, and it's to me, it's kind of a confidence thing where they'd say, I can't understand any of it because I'm stupid. Like ignorance is kind of sadly like a expectation, or being stupid, clowning around is something that is seen like that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to take science seriously because we can't handle it. You know, to me, that's how I see it. But the mindset will change eventually because you know, growing up, I'd see a lot of children. All right, I have a video. I'll put it in the network later. It's a little black boy. He made something like an excavator out of some sticks, and the nature of Africans being the geniuses that we are, eventually it's going to push us there, no matter what. Even if they decide to mix it with religion or anything like that, so it will happen eventually, Katie. Don't worry. And it's not all right. Many of the
I'm not
inventions,
sure.
like right now, you're not hearing me.
No, just continue.
No, I was going to say that many of the inventions, like right now in use, were made by African people. So it's something that we've always been doing. So it's as time goes on and Africans have more time for themselves and not have to worry about where the next meal is coming from, or if their family is safe, or if they're safe, they'll be able to focus more on other stuff, right? When your
Yeah,
belly is full, you can sit down and wonder why birds fly, or wonder why iron melts at a certain temperature. But let's say mercury melts in your hand. What is the reason behind everything and the science, right? That natural
yeah.
curiosity. And
But
yeah,
it's it's not
that's it.
many people who are curious
Yeah,
like you. And
well,
Shapo is saying yes, research and development propels a civilization forward. Exactly, but in Africa, where people are messed up with the religion bullshit, and this has gotten into
but
a
I'm
point
always
that
hearing stuff about Africa.
hmm?
Yeah, you had 2 years ago, I think you had some little girls that made some I call it. I think he made it was an engine that ran off of urine. Yeah, this next guy that made a water purification system. I hear a lot of good things happening in Africa. So I'm seeing two different. You and me were seeing two different pictures, really. Well, you live there, so I guess yours is more accurate. Huh?
Yeah, and Sister Michelle is saying, no, I don't see them investing. Many African leaders seem to be stuck on stupid. That's so
Not
true
right now.
because, yeah, most
Not
African
right now.
yeah, most
Go ahead.
African leaders are, okay, are stuck in even religion. And there was a case where where Kenyan leaders or Kenyan politicians were going to churches, and these churches came to a point because they were going to churches and bringing fights. Because they come and bring politics into the church, and then there are fights in the church. So it came into to a point that they had to be denied a chance to be going to churches and talking about politics. And most of the churches were the Methodist churches. Do you ask yourself why? Most of these leaders are even the are members of those churches, and then most of these leaders are the priests. They are friends to those people, and that is what is going on here in Kenya, and it is going like this is happening to
No, it's
Africa,
global. It's global.
not
Trust me.
only in Kenya.
The other day, yeah, the other day you had a cult leader. Fucking hell. I killed. Sorry, I killed one. So
You killed one
guess that
chicken.
one. Yeah.
You ate it.
No.
You killed it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Why?
there. What?
Why?
What do you mean? Why? It was annoying.
Like why
Wasn't
did you kill
intentional. No, I threw a
it?
stone at it. Apparently, I have good
Wow.
aim.
Okay.
Yeah, and chicken bones is hollow, so yeah, it didn't end well for him. Anyway, um, there was a cult leader in Jamaica. He just recently, like last week, 2 weeks, if you type in cult leader in Jamaica right now in Google, you'll see it. Apparently, he had some people following him. He was in Canada first, had a wife. The wife caught him having sex with a man, so he and her split up. He came back to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
He was dealing with politicians and entertainers. Yeah, they were doing some utter bullshit. He got followers to change their life insurance over to him. They would have their family, their own flesh and blood on the policy, right? And he convinced them to change the policy name over to him. So when they die, he would get the money.
Oh.
Yeah, so he came as a pastor. But anyway, long story short, there was some ritual sacrifice apparently, and the police got involved. He convinced the lady that she was immortal, and then he got a child to slit her throat. She's dead now, and he apparently died in an accident. But most people are saying he faked his death. So yeah, religion it's fucking with black people on a global level.
Yeah, and it has gotten to a point that even like in Catholic churches, uh, I was born and raised a Catholic, so I know what happens in these churches. So there's a time, is it Easter, where there was a time, the Passover night that they talk about in the Bible. So in Catholic, they used to do those things. So there's a day where the priest washes, like now the priest is Jesus, and then the disciples, he washes, the disciples are some chosen men in the church. They are washed the feet, and yeah, and there was a time also where Jesus died on the cross, where they said Jesus died on the cross. So these people
Mhm.
who volunteer to die on the cross.
Who died on the cross?
Yeah.
Literally,
I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just got here. What? Who's
literally
died on the
speaking.
cross? But,
I,
but,
I'm
but, but
saying, I'm saying what happens in the Catholic churches.
okay,
Uh, like
it's all churches, Katie. I'm saying just the Catholic
I'm talking about the religion I know, a religion I've grown in. So in these
all
Catholic
churches.
churches, there's some weird things happening because they talking about the Bible. They even have their own new books. They have introduced the books, the Judith. I don't remember the other books, but and now I was talking about the Passover night where they talk about Jesus washing his disciples the feet. So in the church, in the Catholic churches, the priest is the Jesus, and some few chosen men in the church are washed the feet. Now they represent the disciples, and there is a point where Jesus dies on the cross. So there's a person who will volunteer to die on the cross, and it
Well,
happened.
why would your God, Katie, have a
Mhm.
instrument, a torture instrument as the thing you are crossed with blood and no real God would have his no real God would have the symbol you worship be a torture device. A cross is a torture device that the Romans used to kill people from. Right? It's a torture device. So with dripping blood and all this old crazy shit. And he said that's why the African is left behind. He said the African would say, no, we believe in God. We don't want science and technology. Well, that's why the African's a moron. He's a laughing stock on the planet. That's why he's on the bottom. That's why he's impoverished. That's why. And name one African company that makes a phone, that makes a computer, that makes any damn thing. They don't make
Mhm.
nothing. That's why. Name an African car maker. You don't know one.
Wow.
Name an African who makes TVs, who makes cars, who makes any damn thing. They don't exist. They're talking about Jesus talk. And what about the
True.
impoverished? What about the
Uh,
impoverished? Go
it's
ahead.
like
Go ahead.
almost everybody here is washed away. Like the mind is washed away with the Jesus thing.
Yeah, that's
And
on purpose. So it keeps you on the bottom, keeps you stupid, and you're no threat. So you don't
And
mind giving all your minerals, like Samuel just said. You don't mind giving all your minerals to white people and Asians, let them make everything, because you
mhm,
talking about Jesus all the time. You don't
and
mind them coming in and building the roads and doing everything and keeping you impoverished because you keep talking about Jesus. But nobody in the rest of the world talking about that dumb shit but you. And you wonder why
and
you poor and stupid.
mhm.
That's why.
And I always thank God I landed on the Black Hot Fire family, because I've learned so many things. I would still be believing in Jesus. By the way, to be honest, I would
Uh,
be still.
we all would. We all born in the lie, Katie. We all born in that lie. We're
Uh,
all born. We're all born in that lie. And it takes and waking up process is scary. Like so, it's traumatizing to know
mhm,
what you were taught as a child is a lie. It's a thing to brainwash you and keep you as African people on the bottom, stupid and ignorant. It is a lie. No white person is your God. Do me a favor, listen. Do me a favor, Katie. Go to the social networks for me. Go to our social page. Go to
okay.
our social page real quick. We're gonna scroll down what we showed Joby too. Scroll down. You'll see why these white people can't be why Jesus. These people can't be your God. We're gonna share a picture that General
Mhm,
Mosquito, which I shared years ago about these people. You don't know who these people are. You don't know anything anymore. But you worship them because you don't know the truth. But go to the social page, share it. We'll go scroll down to the one picture.
mhm, mm.
And it's
Seems like the internet is slow here.
oh, slow up. Okay, just take your time. Don't worry about it. The funny part about it, the African, even if they knew just geography as Katie said, geography, they would know that the Jesus
Mhm,
would have had to been black. You can't even bring black people a black Jesus. Like, no, that's not Jesus. The white man. There were no white people in that part of Africa then. It was all black people. Even if you bring them a black Jesus, they will reject it, Katie. Even if you bring them a black Jesus, there were no white people in that part of Africa then. Even if you bring them a black Jesus,
mm.
like, no, that's not Jesus.
I'm on the social page.
Okay, now scroll down. That all come in. uh, let's wait. Let's wait till we can see what's on the page. Look, keep it there right now. Scroll down. Okay, it's coming. There it goes. Coming. Scroll down, Katie. Scroll down. There we go. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Wait. Scroll down. Almost. Scroll down. Scroll down. Mosquito. Scroll down. Scroll down. And scroll down. So yeah, because the mosquito right there. Scroll down. Probably the next one. Scroll down. Right there. Right there. Right. That's the one. Scroll down, Katie.
This
Right
one.
there with that. No. Go up. Go up. Go up. Go up. Go up.
I go up or down?
Go up. Go up. Go up.
Oh,
Go up.
this one.
Go up. That's the man. Unless your thing is slow for me. It should be the woman, the white woman with the tail. Scroll up. Go up. Right there. That. Right there. Right there. No, right there.
Okay.
Go down. Go down. Go down. Right there. That picture right there. Go down. Let me see the whole picture. Yeah, right there. Now,
Uh-huh.
You don't know that most white people have tails, Katie. And Jim Mosquito
I
got kicked
didn't
off.
know.
Yeah, that's your God. That's your God. But they put it to the Jim Mosquito got kicked off Facebook for showing that old photo right there with the woman, the white woman with the tail, because they got dog
Wow.
genetics. But you don't know that. But that's your Jesus. That's your God that you love the worst because you don't know nothing. Um, that you don't know.
I didn't know about
Yeah,
tails.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't know these things. Yeah, but in your church you love to love white people and all this other lies. But Jim Mosquito put this old picture up in Facebook and they banned him because the African is not allowed to know the truth. African is not allowed to know the truth about his fake religion. He's not allowed to know the truth about anything. He's allowed to know lies. But most times they cut their tails off when they're born, Katie. Most times they're born with tails. They cut them off when they're born. East Indians have tails. They cut their tails off. A lot of times East Indians, they'll keep their tail. This should be crazy. They'll keep their tails. It's
Wow.
crazy. But
So all white women have tails.
not not all of them, Katie, because now they've intermixed with us. We're the humans on the planet. So when you
Oh,
intermix with us, it takes away the animal genetics. But a lot of them, do they still allow them to have tails? Yes. But I don't know how many have them because they cut them off at birth. A lot of them get cut off at birth. So I don't know how many have them, but you know, some of them don't get cut off. But that girl didn't get hers cut off at birth because they got dog genetics. They got animal genetics.
oh,
So
wow.
there's no Adam and Eve and all that dumb shit you've been taught. Ain't none of that damn coming from a mouth. They were created. They created beings. I'll have to teach you that later because that'll mess your mind up right now. That's why science is so important. We know science, how things are created, Katie. Not just talk Jesus talk, not talking nonsense. So, the African doesn't know how the world works, Katie. That's on purpose. Why you talk Jesus all day and Jesus talk. Jesus loves me, yes, I know, because the Bible tells me so. You learn all that moronic ass shit every day. So you learn all that.
And there was another one. Read your Bible, pray every day.
So when you don't know real history, Katie, you don't understand the world works. That's how to keep the African mind as a child. You're coming out there all your life growing up learning nonsense, and then you go into a real world as an adult, you're seen as a child. That's why the African is seen as a child. Because you're talking crazy talk. Like, what are you talking about? Well, Jesus loves me and this Jesus and like, hey, shut the fuck up. You're a child. we're talking adult talk here with science, technology. You're talking about some cracker dying on the cross and all kind of religious nonsense. Go away. So the African is looked as a child on the world stage, Kate. Because you don't know how the world works, talking nonsense, talking goofy talk.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to know science. We know God. We know the Jesus. People look at you like you're a moron. What are you talking about? Well, you sound crazy. Like I told you, you don't know white people have tails. How they got? So if you knew science, can you say, well, damn, if they have tails, they can't be a complete human being. That's right. So you know science, you're like, well, what's in them? Because I don't got a tail. I'm a black person. I don't got a damn tail. How they got a tail? So the scientific mind would be like, something's got to be in the genetics, in the DNA. Yes. Then you would know that your Jesus couldn't have been your goddamn God.
Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm amazed that white people have tails. Then, yeah.
You was like Joby when white people came to your village. It's a white person. Let me see the umzungu. Umzungu, Jesus. Umzungu, where are you at, umzungu? Where's the umzungu at? Where is he at? Where are they? Where's the umzungu?
Hmm.
See, even the chicken,
And
even the chicken said, "Where's the umzungu? Where's the
Oh, you
umzungu?"
heard him?
Yeah, I heard the chicken.
Uh,
Yeah, we heard
yeah.
the rooster. The rooster's looking for the mzungu with the tail. Where's the? He's
actually, he's
got a
looking for his
tail like
next
a
rooster.
rooster. So so Katie mind is blown. Katie mind is blown for knowing a little bit of the truth.
Robert Williams, I don't know if you want us to recognize your presence or something. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for joining us today. But I don't know why you're sending blank messages.
Oh, Shepo, you know, one of the reasons why the Indians have all those deformities is they do a lot of inbreeding. So they marry their cousins, so they get genes, the
Yeah, you
recessive
know
genes, they get
yeah, the recessive
concentrated and
gene. But
expressed
Katie doesn't
easily.
know that they have recessive. The African has been taught that, Sheppo. Samuel, about the recessive genetics. Katie doesn't know about the recessive genetics. Katie, like I said, African doesn't
I
want to know
don't
about
know about
science and technology. He doesn't know about the recessive genetics, Samuel, so they don't even know. They just know we want to know about the Lord. They don't understand what recessive genetics even is. They
Right.
got no clue that being white is recessive. Their genetics are bad. She doesn't know that. They were told love white people, love white skin, because Jesus is
Yeah.
white. They don't know that white is bad. It's recessive. They don't
Yeah,
even know that because they don't want no science, Samuel. Yes.
uh, it's terrible what they do to them in school, you know. That,
Exactly, it's criminal. But the
yeah,
Europeans set that shit up. The Europeans set that teaching up for them. It's criminal. It is criminal. African mind is it's criminal what they're doing. I didn't know it was
yeah,
even that bad with Caden himself. That is
yeah,
criminal.
yeah. I
You're
didn't
raising
know.
children to be moronic. Good, Samuel.
Yeah. No, I said so you kind of have to agree with Joby. You can't really blame them, but at the same time, I mean,
You, you can't blame them. You
50-50
can't
blame.
blame the
Yeah, you
African.
can't
That's why I
blame
get
them.
mad. I know it was that bad. What they're doing in Kenya school is criminal. You're talking
Yeah.
about raising a child into an adult as a moron. It is criminal.
Mm.
yeah,
Man, I
it
feel like I
is.
want to
And
cry, man. It's serious.
It
I'm
is
serious. Like,
serious. And that's all over. It's not just in Kenya, it's all over Africa. And then people wonder why Africans are so backwards. Is it what and we get mad at the Africans. Why are they so backwards? What the hell's going on? Because they're taught to be backwards. They're taught
yeah, from their
nonsense.
children. Yeah.
They're taught that shit. They taught that you grow up your whole life taught nonsense. So you as an adult you speak nonsense. And we don't know that. Because like I said, what Katie taught in school is illegal. And what she's taught is illegal to teach that shit in school in America. It's against the law. It's illegal.
but
You'll go to
but
jail.
when you come to Kenya and you try to say that what is being taught is illegal, you'll be held accountable for that, for whatever you're saying, and be jailed because that is illegal to Kenyans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whatever you're saying is.
Exactly what you said, Katie. And that's why when Africans grew up and go out on the world stage, we're made fun of, we're laughed at, we're called ignorant, we're called stupid, we're called ridiculous, we're called all these things because you're taught nonsense as children. And that way the Europeans set that up. They set this system up so wicked, so evil. So when the African grows up talking about Jesus talk and doesn't even know real science and technology, which came from us, Oh, we don't want to know that. We want to know Jesus talk. Like, what are you talking about? You don't see you don't make nothing? You don't see you don't own nothing? You don't think that's a problem? That's why we're laughing so much. That's
Then,
why the Chinese call the African a moron into our face. And the Chinese calls us morons to our face. These these Africans are stupid. They're moronic. They're caught up in religious Jesus talk. Can't talk to these morons. And they say that's what and the Asians say we deserve to be ruled and conquered because we're stupid. That's what they say openly. That we're supposed to be ruled and conquered because we're stupid. They say that shit openly.
and Africans don't even know Dr. Clark. Who's Dr. Clark Shepo?
That's what we're talking about. Exactly, Shepard, Dr. Clark. They don't even know Dr. Clark. That's what I was telling Joby. I was talking about Dr. Clark. See? They don't even know Dr. Clark.
What does he do?
Wow.
What does Dr. Clark do?
Dr. Clark said the African has got to put down the Bible and learn real history, Katie. Dr. Clark said the Africans has got to put down the Bible and learn real history so he can get rid of the mystery. He's got to learn real history so he'll know that the Bible's a lie. But you don't know real history, you don't know the Bible's a lie. You don't know, you think the Bible is history when it is not. So if you don't know real history, you run around okay, like this, Katie. You'll tell me that. You'll tell if I say to you, Katie, well, you know it now, but if I say to you, Katie, since you believe in the Bible, you've been learning that lie, right? So I say, Katie, who was the richest man that ever lived? You'll tell me. Katie, listen. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, listen. If I ask you, okay, you're in the Bible nonsense, right? And I ask you, Katie, who was the richest man who ever lived? You would tell me Solomon, Keith. I would say, who? You would say Solomon of the Bible. I would say, no, Mansa Musa. Yeah. The world would tell you Mansa Musa. You would tell me Solomon. And people would laugh at your crazy ass. Hey, what Solomon?
I want to argue with you.
Say it again, Katie. Say it again.
And I'll want to argue with you until we fight. Until you agree with Solomon.
Exactly. You would argue with me. You would argue. Keith, it's Solomon, Keith. I said it's Mansa Musa, Katie. Mansa Musa is the richest man ever lived.
What's the Bible? It is written.
Exactly. You say it's written in this book, in this Bible. I said, Katie, who wrote the Bible? I don't know. It's King James. I said, Katie, who's King James? I don't know.
We were taught the Bible was written by people inspired by God.
Yeah, inspired by God. Here we go with this crazy talk. Inspired by people. Now we get to talk this crazy talk. So inspired by people, inspired by God. Who are these people that was inspired by God? I don't know. So let me say something, Katie. So since your Bible says people named John, Luke, Mark, there was nobody in Northeast Africa named no damn John. Those are English names. Mark, Luke, Matthew. Those are English names. So how was anybody in Joseph? How was anybody in Northeast Africa named Joseph, John, Mark, and all these other ridiculous ass names? See, when you start learning and thinking, you say, well, they couldn't have been. Exactly. You know, it's a lie. There was nobody named no Mark and Luke and Joseph in no damn Northeast Africa. Those names don't even coincide with the area, Katie.
Yeah, and the one guy that betrayed him was named Judas.
Yeah,
I,
Judas. All these names are not even African, and there's all in these stories. All these stories take place in
Judas
Africa.
Iscariot.
Yeah, Judas Iscariot, and all these stories take place in Northeast Africa, Katie. So why is there no African names? Because it's a lie. That's why.
mm,
Ain't nobody in Africa named no damn Judas Iscariot. Ain't nobody in Africa named no damn Joseph and all this other crazy shit.
uh,
Mm,
let's see.
That's why Dr.
mm,
Clark said, Katie, you must put down the Bible and learn
yeah.
real history. You must know real history, Katie, so you'll know what's real and what's not. That's what Dr. Clark told us as African people. You must learn real history, Katie. Real history. So then you'll know what's actually real. You read your Bible, but you don't know real history. So if you knew history, say, hey, this stuff is in Africa. How can all this stuff be in Africa? Not one African name in here. People named Mark, Luke, John. Ain't nobody in Africa named no fucking Mark, Luke, and John. What the fuck are these people? Then you know it's a lie. You start to critically think.
Yeah, and I'm happy I'm learning these things, and at least now I know these lies we've been living in, lies that we've been brought up in.
Let's see.
But
That's on
I'm
purpose.
happy I'm learning.
That's on purpose. If you tell lies, Katie, it's easy for me to control you. That's why
Only
Africans are impoverished. That's why all your money goes to Europe because you talk lies. It's easy for me to
Mm,
impoverish you and control you when you don't know how things actually work. When you live your whole life, you live an illusion, and then you got your parents who grew up in the same lie teaching you the same lie. It's great. It works best for me. I'm ruling you. So your parents teach you the lie, and when you go, it's the lie. Now it's part of the culture. You didn't have that shit 200 years ago in that part of Africa. Wasn't nobody talking that Jesus shit and that lie. That, that's
no,
recent. All that shit is recent. But if you knew history, you would say, oh, this is a lie. This is a lie. But
mm-hmm.
the African doesn't know history.
Alright.
He thinks the Bible is history. Go ahead, Samuel.
Oh no, 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 no. I'm doing something. Continue.
Oh, oh. They think the Bible is history. The Bible is not
Keith,
history, Katie. Yeah.
can you upload books to the network?
Got you what now?
Books like PDFs. Can you
Can
upload
I
them
do
to the network?
what books you talking about?
No, PDFs like a random.
Oh, PDF files, the PDF files.
Yeah.
No, I haven't set that up to load up PDFs. You know, but African
I don't
just
know
knew
what that is.
any just huh?
No, no. Continue. Do your thing. Continue.
What?
Ignore me. Ignore me. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, no, but put your thing on mute, damn it.
Oh, sorry.
Then I can annoy
Continue.
you. But what we're saying is so what Joby and Katie are
I
getting
love the way someone saying continue.
what Joby and Katie are getting is a crash course in real life and real history, what how life really is. The African mind is not taught what reality is. And we didn't know that growing up. So we always just say, why is the African so damn ignorant? What the hell? Because he's taught that from a child. Understand that. He's taught this stuff from a child. That's why Africa always looks, you think, why is African people so
Yeah.
ignorant? They're taught this shit from a child. And it's part of the curriculum. Anywhere in the world, it is illegal to teach the shit they taught. It's illegal. You can teach it in a church, but you can't teach it in a school. It's illegal. Can't teach that shit Katie them learned in school in America. You'll get locked up. You'll lock your ass up. You can teach it in a school, in a church, but you can't teach that as history because that's a religion. It's not true.
That's
You can choose to believe it.
Christian.
Huh? That's why all in Nigeria you see all this crazy church shit in Ghana, Kenya, Zimbabwe, South Africa, all this crazy church shit. Why we all on the bottom and don't make nothing, don't control nothing, and impoverished. And we're the laughing stocks on the planet. People laugh at us like we're crazy. And they only worship things that look like them. That's what the Asian says and the white man. Say you can't even give black people a black Jesus, they'll kill you. Go ahead, Katie.
I'm saying that I wish I went to schools that never taught Christian religion. That's even a question. Like describe how Moses crossed the Red Sea with the Israelites, and then you told to describe the whole process.
That's a lie.
And then it was
exactly okay.
Yeah.
Do something for me. Do something for me right here before we leave. Where we go, Katie? Pull up.
Yeah.
Hey, Shepard, spell the name for me. I can never spell this for me, Shepard, or source him. Spell that name. So I want Katie to look up the name so she'll know where the Moses myth came from. I need her to know real history. It was no Red Sea and part and all that shit in the Bible's all a lie. It's all make-believe nonsense. Comes from African spiritual. See if you spell that for me, Shepard, if you're still in the chat room. I want Katie to look that up. Okay, look that up. Look up that word, Katie. Look up that word that Shepard wrote in the chat room.
In Google.
In Google. Okay. Yeah, I just don't like Google because Google's lying now because they trying to. Everybody's waking up and starting to research, and Google's trying to lie now. I will say go to DuckDuckGo. But say who is that name? Say who is and type that name in there. Who is or source it? So you know where the Moses myth came from. You know the historic person that they called Moses. How his name was changed. So you know the
Okay.
There you go. Go ahead.
Osasef is a legendary figure of ancient Egypt who has been equated with Moses.
Yeah, exactly. That's where your Moses myth came from. Exactly. He's been great. But you didn't learn that in your goofy church, did you? The Catholic Church didn't teach you that, did they, Katie? Osasef is where the Moses myth came from, Katie. So you got Osasef, who took these white people with these tails, white people, they were up in the caves, who couldn't speak, who were up there going, abba, baba, booba, baba, booba, baba, abba, baba, booba, baba. So what Osasef did, he was a renegade Kemet priest coming out of Kemet, which is called ancient Egypt. They call Egypt now. It was called Kemet, land of the blacks, right? Land of the blacks, Kemet. So what he did, he took the created white people, ones with these tails, created white people, and he had them invade Kemet. This was your fake story about the Israelites, all that lie shit. That ain't what happened. Osasef is a bad guy. He's a black African who turned on African people. He took the white created people to invade Kemet. So when they invaded Kemet, they got control of Kemet for like 40, 50 years. And so the African finally rose up and kicked them and these white unclean people out of Kemet. And that's when you got them being kicked out. They call themselves the Jews. This is they supposed to be enslaved and all these lies. There was no slavery in Kemet. Africans didn't enslave people. So that was them kicking these unclean, created white people out of Kemet. And who became Moses. And they tell you, oh, these are the Jews. No, so now the fake story is like, oh, they were enslaved in Kemet. They were never enslaved in no Kemet. They invaded Kemet. And the Africans rose up and kicked their ass out. And then kicked them out of the country. It was no damn the Lord said, oh, I'm gonna free you people. No. Or sources invaded Kemet.
They even tell us how Moses stayed in the desert for 40 days trying to cross the
no, not 40 days, 40 years. Ain't nobody walking around no desert for no 40 years, Katie. It's not 40 days, Katie. 40 years. Not 40 days. 40 years. Ain't nobody run around in no damn desert for no 40 years.
This seems like I was never attentive in the CRE classes.
Yeah, 40 years, not 40 days. 40 years.
I'm happy for myself.
Yeah, it was 40 years, Katie, not 40 days. It was 40 years. They supposed to roam through the desert when all you can do is walk straight across from Kemet, when that was Egypt, straight into Israel. Wasn't Israel in? It take you a day and a half to walk, but they tell you, oh, they roamed around for 40 years. Huh? That don't even make any damn sense. Because it's a lie. Ain't nobody walk around no damn desert for no 40 years. We just walk straight to damn Israel from Kemet. Take you a day and a half. Take you 30 minutes to walk across that shit. They wandered for 40 years. What? If you knew history, you know that's a lie. It's nonsense. And there was no Moses. That's Osorcip. That's where the fake story came from, Osorcip. That's where your Moses myth. Katie.
I did history and we were never taught about such things. We were only taught about the missionary, the Christian missionaries,
Of course, the white people who came to save you and give you white Jesus. The missionaries who were taking over Africa, stealing the land from African people. Yeah, the white missionaries, these good people who stole our land and made us hate ourselves. Yes, these no good bastards. We were taught all kind of nonsense.
Yeah, and our family, we are almost coming to the end, or we are coming to the end of the show.
So we love blowing Joby and Katie's mind. Every time they come, their mind get blown.
It's a good thing. Good thing.
What did you say, Samuel?
I'm saying it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It's a good thing because they won't teach the lie to their children. That's the waking up of Africa. So they won't perpetuate the lie to the next generation. And thanks to Shepherd for putting the name out there. Osorcip. That's where your fake Moses come from. That's why it's right there. That's why it's right there, Katie. It says where the Moses myth started. The myth. That's why you're not supposed to be taught that in school as a fact, because it's a lie. You're not supposed to be taught lies in school. If you're taught a lie, it's called indoctrination.
Yeah, family, we are coming to the end of
much love, family. Osorcip, you no good bastard. You no good black bastard. Osorcip was a no good. Osorcip was a.
In conclusion of the topic of the day, we shall Africa must be investing in science and
that's
technology.
Right.
And
Osorcip was a no good black bastard, Katie. Osorcip was a no good black bastard. No good. That's where the Moses myth came. He invaded Kemet. He invaded Africa with these white people. Osiris was a no
Yes.
good black bastard, and you need to know that. So now you learn who Osiris was. He's a no good
I've,
black bastard.
yeah, I've learned about Osasef and
So when everybody
Dr.
talk about
Clark.
Moses to you, Katie, next time I say, you know about Moses and the Passover? Say, I know about Osiris. Who are you talking about, Charles? Who are you talking about? I'm talking about Osiris. I
who
don't know any damn
who's
Osiris. They don't know history, Katie.
well,
They
family,
don't know
and
history.
thank you for the
They don't
knowledge.
know history. They don't know history, Katie.
Yeah.
So they don't know who Osiris is. That's Moses. Moses
Yeah.
is Osiris, Katie. Much love, family.
All right.
Much love to you.
tell,
Thank
tell,
you,
tell
K.
Joby that.
Williams. Thank
Tell
you,
Joby.
Sister
Tell
Michelle.
Joby,
Thank you.
Katie, tell Joby that Moses is Osiris.
Mhm.
Tell Joby that. And get the name right.
I'll tell her.
All right.
Thank you to everyone who joined us for today's show. I've learned a lot. I've learned about what's ourselves today, and thank you to everyone who joined. Shepherd,
Stacy Shepherd.
thank you, K. Williams, thank you, Robert Williams, thank you, Samuel,
Hey,
thank you,
Katie.
Sister Thomas.
Hey,
Though you
Katie.
came
Hey,
in
Katie.
late, and
Don't
thank
tell
you,
your mother. Katie.
yeah,
Don't tell your mother about Osiris. She
yes,
said, what are you talking about?
yes.
Don't tell your mother about Osiris, Katie. What are you talking about, Katie?
She say Katie is possessed now. Go, baby, go, go,
Let's
go.
not talk about that. But anyway, family, kwaheri. See you in that's the Rhythm Scoop Show. Yeah. Much love
Join
and
everybody back in for the
thank
Rhythm
you.
Scoop Show, family, in about an hour. I guess they come back in about an hour, half an hour, whatever. Join me for the Rhythm Scoop Show. Call in and talk to Katie and Joby and tell them Moses is awesome,
Yeah.
damn it. Much love.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, tell
Much
Spice good morning
love.
for me. I haven't seen him in a while.
I will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
But you gonna play some music on out of here, Katie?
Yeah, I'm playing some music.
Okay.
Legendary beats.
There we go. Moses is awesome. Moses is awesome.
Everything when I touch, when it's like anything when I want, she not my home, she not want you. You better not know my name. I don't have